This is terrible.
So
Oh,
Kaylee,
no!
what are you
Ah!
doing right now?
Okay.
What is this for?
Crying.
Okay.
What's up, girl? Let's change the world. Raise our voices. Let's get ours. Innovation in our hands. STEM queens take a stand.
Welcome back to episode 5 of
What's up, girl?
We're here with Lauren Ann Graham, who is a literal rocket scientist, a mechanical test engineer. So you are another literal rocket scientist, currently working on Orion, but how did you get here?
It's been my dream to go to space since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
So I want to be an astronaut. It's something that I've always wanted. I even drew a picture in kindergarten where I was like, my nanny and poppy told me I can go to the moon, so I'm going to go to the moon.
Hell yeah.
And my parents just believed in me. They pushed me and they just supported me all the way through. So, fast forward a little bit. In high school, I became the only female on my robotics team. I'm in engineering classes, so just kept trying to find outlets that would basically get me to space. Haven't been to space yet, but we're working on it.
Keyword is yet.
Yeah, that segued me into figuring out where am I going to go to college. So basically, I started looking up schools, found the Florida Institute of Technology. They have 5 alumni that are astronauts. And I was like, that's the school for me. They're by the beach, they're by NASA.
Yeah, it can't get better.
Yeah, what more could I want? So ended up picking Florida Tech, did a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering, a master's degree in mechanical engineering. But basically my whole life, I've just loved to know how things were built, how they were made. And so that's what led me to engineering. And then I paired my love for space and wanting to go to space. That's what brought me aerospace engineering. I love things that, make big fire and, are really exciting and loud. So obviously rockets were the perfect match for me.
Yeah, obviously, naturally. I mean, yeah, everyone in space pretty much loves things that blow up and cause chaos.
Exactly.
Those pairs together perfect. So you kind of born to be an astronaut, right? You kind of came out of them in day one. You're
Yes.
I'm going to space.
That's
one
what I'm
day.
doing.
And you have taken all these incredible steps to get there. And you're now working on the Orion Capsule.
Yes.
So what is it like to actually kind of be in that NASA environment, to be working on the future of human spaceflight?
I pinch myself sometimes. It doesn't feel real. I'm even gonna trip up over my words because I get so excited about it because I never thought it would happen to me so early on, because engineering's tough. It's a tough field. It's demanding. You start to question yourself sometimes when it gets so difficult. And so my amazing school just brought me to opportunities that got me in NASA as an intern, right off the bat in grad school. I remember driving to site on the very first day, and I was just crying. I called my parents and I was just crying.
It's iconic to go through
Right?
the NASA gates. I can see the historic stuff on the museum side, but past that gate, that's where the cool stuff happens.
Yes.
And then you drive up and you swipe your badge and you're officially through the gate. You are on that other side doing the cool stuff. But this is your full-time day
Yes.
job. This is what you do for a living. You do this every day.
So, I mean, it's crazy. There was a day a couple months ago where I was teaching Christina Cook, the woman that's going to be the first woman around the moon.
Yeah, that Christina.
That Christina, right? I was teaching her how to use the side hatch on the side of the vehicle. I'm 27. That's crazy.
That's
so
insane.
I have a lot of pinch myself moments. It kind of feels like a dream. Engineering's still tough. There are still tough days. It's still a tough career, but there's just always something exciting.
Yeah.
Always. And the fact that I'm working on something that's going to impact humanity for forever, it's incredible.
I've heard of mechanical engineers and I've heard of test engineers. I've never really heard of mechanical test engineers. So I'm just really curious what the actual day in your life looks like, or what kind of stuff is encapsulated in that job from, I guess I'm assuming, both of those worlds?
Yes. Okay, so I'll kind of break it down because the way we do it in Orion might be a little different from some places, but we split our test team into 2 test teams. We have an electrical test team and we have a mechanical test team. basically my days look like if I'm not working on the vehicle. I am in my cubicle, you know, writing test procedures, editing test procedures. I am making sure all the parts are gonna be clean and ready for when my test does come. Basically just making sure that my test is gonna run on time, run smoothly, be prepared, requirements are up to date. But then when I'm actually doing the testing, I can be inside the spacecraft, hooking up things, pressurizing the vehicle. I've pressurized the tanks in the spacecraft. Like, done some pretty cool stuff, and I'm actually physically checking out the systems to make sure they're working.
Yeah, and Orion is one of the most core parts. So maybe tell me a little bit more about Orion itself, like the program and the mission of it and what your team is all working towards.
Okay, so Orion's going to the moon for the first time since
Heck
Apollo.
yeah, it is.
First time since Apollo, so it's really exciting. We actually have a lot of Apollo hardware kind of sitting around us, which is really cool. But basically, Orion is going to the moon, and Orion is split into two pieces. You have your crew module on top, and you have your service module on bottom. Your crew module is going to take your astronauts to the moon and back. It's what's housing them, it's where they sit, it's where they live. The service module is on the bottom of the crew module, and it's basically what it's called, it's servicing the crew module. So it has your engines and it has just more supply for the astronauts and the crew. Its goal is to go all the way around the moon for Artemis 2. Artemis 3, obviously, we're gonna try our best to land on the moon. Artemis 4, same thing, we're gonna start developing a presence on the moon, and the goal is to go to the moon and stay there this time, and using Orion to take people there. So it's the only capsule right now that is capable of taking humans that far.
I want to switch back to you being an astronaut and kind of how you have degrees in this. Like, you have multiple degrees and you're working full time, but that's not all you do, right? So you're also doing all these cool hobbies on the side, all in an attempt to bolster your resume for the next time the NASA astronaut application comes out. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did apply last year. I didn't technically qualify yet because you have to have so many years of professional experience.
I know. They're pretty crazy, but
It's strict.
yeah.
Yeah.
The NASA astronauts themselves are pretty crazy too, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah. I will actually fully qualify this upcoming May.
Okay.
Which is really exciting.
Yeah.
But I am, like I said, I'm watching what these astronauts do, and I'm kind of trying to like frame my path and doing things that are similar to what they do to try and obviously become one. However, I'm also trying to make sure that I'm loving what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do things and then not love them or appreciate them. And a lot of them have all told me, make sure that if you are trying to go for this goal, that you still love what you're doing in the process.
Yeah.
That way, if it doesn't happen, you still love what you're doing.
So there's like a ton of commercial space travel happening right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to go to space no matter what, but you want to spend time in space.
Yes.
You don't want to just do up and down is really cool, and
Yes.
we would give anything for that, but you want to spend time in space. And so what is your dream, like, in being an astronaut? What do you want to achieve?
So I just, like I said, I was so fascinated with space. I have a really close relationship with God, and so growing up, that space just captivated me, and I saw so much of Him in it, and so it's been something I've loved since I was a child, and so I did want to see it from that perspective. But also too, there's so much more that comes with an astronaut that I think I've learned as I've grown up. Like, that was the initial reason, but now in growing up, astronauts are so inspirational. They're incredible human beings. I've met so many of them, and they're all humble, kind, courageous, and just willing to do anything for anyone. And so I think just being that type of person is just something I strive to be. Like, I want to help others in their STEM careers. I want to help others in general. And I just would love to inspire people and help them along their way and get to kind of be in that spot that astronauts get to be in. Because it's so cool to get to, help people like that,
So with a literal rocket scientist here, I have to challenge you to a Stomp rocket showdown, right?
Obviously.
Obviously, and I mean, bets are pretty high that I'm gonna win.
I don't know, man. I've had some practice.
I mean, I'm a little nervous, but I think it's in the bag, don't worry. So yeah, let's head on over to Florida Tech.
Cool, let's go.
So we are out here for our Stomp rocket showdown, but before we jump into that, I think we should explain a little bit behind how rockets actually work.
Yeah, definitely so.
All right, so here is what our Stomp rocket looks like. I'm not gonna say whose this is, you'll get to that next. Ultimately, we're kind of governed here by Newton's laws of motion. So Newton's third law says that for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. And this is pretty much exactly what has to happen to make rockets lift off. So rockets are burning fuel and they're expelling that fuel and that pretty much like these flames here, that compressed air down through their engines. And once the force of that exceeds the force or the weight of the rocket, that's when you actually see the rockets lift off. Here for Stomp rockets, it's gonna be a little bit different, right? Because we don't exactly have a ton of fuel up in these styrofoam things. So we are kind of relying on our ability to stomp as hard as we can and put as much compressed air up into these rockets as possible. And so after we stomp, we're governed by Newton's first law, which is that an object at rest stays at rest. And then the other half of it, which is an object in motion stays in motion until another force acts upon it. We are forcing it up with the compressed air, so then it'll lift off. And then after that, that's it. That was our instantaneous force. After that, we are completely reliant on gravity to bring this thing back down. So it goes up until gravity pretty much says, nope, time to come back down. And
Yeah.
that's when we see who wins this Lego trophy.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a tough competition.
Yeah, you're on.
You're on.
Kaylee and Lorna, I have an activity for you today. Are you girls ready?
Oh, we're so
I'm
ready.
ready. I'm
it's
ready.
called How High Can Your Rocket Go? So you two are gonna have 5 minutes to enhance your rockets and launch them at the same time. And I'm gonna be judging to see which one gets the highest, distance or the highest it can go. Okay, I'm gonna be judging you two, and
ready.
you two are in for winning this amazing value Lego trophy. This is gonna be what you're gonna be competing for. Okay.
So much.
You need to have this. You need to have this. But I'm gonna make sure you have enough time to build your rockets, enhance them, put anything you want on them, personalize them as you want. And I'll be here just checking on you, reminding you how much time you have left. No pressure.
I feel a lot of pressure.
Well, let's start my timer if
Oh my gosh! Okay,
ready,
okay,
I'm ready,
All
I'm
right,
ready.
battle stations here.
Hold on, you have 5 minutes, all right?
Oh my gosh.
timer
Do you
is
even
gonna
have-
start.
I'll come grab my supplies.
Yeah, you need
it's
an
right
extra
here.
rocket.
Now,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh gosh, okay. I need tape. Oh crap.
there's so much
Thank
tape.
you. We are go for launch today, ma'am. Okay, so a lot of my fun job on Orion is actually taping things. So I'm a
Oh, so that's not fair.
I'm a pro.
Why didn't I
I'm a
know
pro.
this?
Kaylee, I noticed the pom-poms.
Yep.
Oh, hers is cute.
There's a scientific reason for
There is
them.
a reason.
I'm sure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Okay. Lauren, please tell us what enhancements do you make to your rocket?
Well, so I mean, as you can see on top, and as we kind of showed earlier, I've got this nose cone going on the top,
I see.
going to help with some aerodynamics. I think it'll get it a little bit further cut through that air, right?
We'll see. We'll see.
We added some strings at the bottom, but I'm not gonna lie, those are just to look cool because it looks like flames.
It looks like flames.
It's like flames. And then I did a nice color of orange to represent NASA's SLS rocket, of course. So this is what we're working with.
Perfect. All right, you ready to test it?
I'm ready. I'm
All
ready
right,
to
let's
go.
see how high can your rocket go. Okay? I'm gonna do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! Good job. Kaylee, can you please tell us the enhancements that you made to your rocket?
Yeah, okay, so first off, I tried to make a nose cone. Emphasis on the tried.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Like if I close my eyes a little.
Wow! That's a favoritism, Judge. God, okay. I see how it is.
Keep going.
So that was aimed to increase the aerodynamics of this. However, if you watch the build, underneath the nose cone are a bunch of pom-poms. And the pom-poms were put there to add weight to the tip of the nose cone, which little trick in the model rocket community is that increases your stability during your flight. I don't know how to go for the Stomp rocket, but we're hoping for the best. And then I have this little heart here. It was in pink marker, but pink didn't really show up on yellow that well, but it's a known fact that pink actually makes rockets go faster. NASA, you're welcome for that. And so that heart's gonna secure me that. Yeah, it's
trophy.
securing me that trophy.
Okay, let's
Absolutely.
see. All right. Okay, Kaylee, let's see how high can your rocket go. Are you ready?
If I run and jump and miss, do I get a redo?
Sure. Great. We'll allow that. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! Woo! Okay, let's start with a drum roll. All right, the winner of the How High Can Your Rocket Go activity, I'm very honored to announce that was Lauren Ann's rocket!
Thank you. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Florida Tech, for sponsoring the education. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud.
Can you please show
Show
the world?
off the good.
Yes.
Look, it's a little winner.
That's a proud rocket mom right
I'm
there.
so proud. I'm so proud.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Honor to compete against you.
You did great. Your rocket's beautiful.
Yours too. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode. I was so excited to hear about all things rocket science, and we absolutely cannot wait to see you go to space one day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out our past episodes, and stay tuned for our next episode of
What's Up, Girl?